Hi, I'm Frankie, and we're here just outside the CVU Media Lab while they're in production of a new episode of the CVU Show, so I can take you backstage through what goes on making a show. Just through here, you can see people busy at work writing scripts and working on the show, which is currently being filmed in that room. Just over here is where the show is edited mostly. All these computers have editing software on them. Although we try to spend as little time as possible in post-production and do as much as we can live so that we can get the shows out quickly and on time each week. This is where all the magic happens. The cameras in that room there, which you can see just through the window, feed into here, this sort of control panel where camera angles are changed and the sound is mixed and various things are put in. And this is what goes into everything on the show live. And just through this room here, we can see where it's being filmed. You can see the set you may be familiar with. We have 3 cameras here, which give us different angles that all plug into that control panel and then into this monitor here. You can see them switching between camera angles live. And as not only having the physical set, we also have this massive green screen, which when we're using it will be lit up with many of the lights and cameras and cables absolutely everywhere in this room. The green screen is used for all of our digital sets, which we also use a lot of in the CVU Show. The ceiling of this room, you may notice, is painted black. This is to prevent light from bouncing around on the room because black absorbs the most light. This allows us better control of the lighting in the studio for our filming. That's the same with the reason why there's carpet on the floor and soundproofing material over some of the walls, is to just give us more control of the sound. Speaking of sound, we also have an audio booth. We don't often use this for the CVU Show, but sometimes other students use this for other sound-related media purposes. It's very, very quiet in this room. There's absolutely no echo. And if you ever need a place to record a podcast, this would be the room to use. You can see they've just wrapped up filming. The next step in the process is it comes right over here, gets edited, and then gets sent out for your viewing pleasure. And that's what goes into making an episode of the CVU Show, and well, I think it's pretty great. That's all from me. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Frankie, and welcome to the CVU Show Semester 1 finale.
We've had some pretty amazing moments here, and it's only going to get better once the new team takes over.
Green Up Vermont announces its annual poster art, writing, video, and jingle contests. The contests are open to all students, K through 12. The poster art deadline is February 1st, 2023, and other deadlines follow. For more information, please reach out to Enact Advisor Katie Antos Ketchum or visit greenupvermont.org.
And with the end of Semester 1 rapidly approaching, we remind you that next week is assessment week. We have half days Monday through Thursday next week, with Friday being a makeup day for any work that you might have missed. Monday for assessments will be your first block classes, Tuesday for second block, Wednesday for third, and Thursday for fourth block. The cafeteria is going to be open from 10:30 to 10:55 for break, and buses will run their normal routes in the morning and will depart CVU at 1 p.m.
Seniors, in preparation for graduation on June 16th, 2023, please stop by the Direction Center as soon as possible to check the spelling of your name and how you want it to appear on your diploma. It is important that your name appears just the way you want it. Is your name spelled correctly? Do you want your middle name or just your initial? Should there be a junior or senior attached to your last name?
The annual Penguin Plunge is Saturday, February 4th at the Waterfront in Burlington. All proceeds are going to benefit the Special Olympics of Vermont, which supports a movement that works year-round to foster inclusion and acceptance by using the power of sport to showcase each other's gifts and abilities. Without this fundraising every year, and well, specifically our own community's commitment, these opportunities wouldn't exist. Did we also mention that it's the most fun event of the year? Well, it is. So join our plunge team, check the email from Spags, sign up in the cafeteria starting the week of January 16th, or scan the QR code on the flyers. Let's go and make this the biggest plunge ever.
We've had a lot of fun on and off the camera, and as a result, we've had a lot of bloopers.
Everyone here has been waiting for this since we've started. So, without further ado, here's all of our bloopers.
And with the upcoming World dang it, that says, dang it, dang it! Yeah.
Oh. I was yawning.
You gotta turn the light on.
There is. Can we just start this over? It's like we're kind of lost now.
We got lost the flow.
There's like a piece of hair in my mouth. All right, ready?
Why is diversity equal?
As ready as I'm gonna be, so I guess so.
That's gonna be a pretty much no, but all right.
We should be like, we'll see you next, and we won't see you next week. Thank God. Play it. Thanksgiving.
Their season opener is at the 10th on 5 p.m. I just realized I said at the 10th on 5 p.m.
Thanks, Philip. Stay tuned for more specialist reports from the special semester. Wow, it's a mouthful.
I'm not bitter about it. I lost my train of thought.
I was lucky enough. I'm your host, Matthew, and welcome to this final CVU sports segment of the semester. CVU faced off against Rice. I had a piece of snot and I'm...
Wait. Should I say now or speaking of which? Now. Okay.
I'm good now.
Oh, we have to wrap it up.
Dit was Koffiepraat met
Olaf,
en Janne. Tot ooit, of toch niet? We zien wel.
tot de volgende keer.
I'm gonna miss all those fun times.
Speaking of which, let's hand it over to Matthew for 2023's first sports segment. But sadly, it's going to be the last of the semester.
I'm your host, Matthew, and welcome to the final CVU sports segment of the semester. CVU faced off against Rice at Carnes Arena, and I was there. Let's roll the highlights. On the 4th, CVU looked to take revenge on Rice as early in the season, Rice knocked CVU out of the consolation round for the beach tournament in a decisive 5-0 loss. CVU starts off strong with some great defense and the freshman goaltender Tommy Barnes making some great saves between the pipes to start the first. Then Jackson White with a big hit on one of Rice's captains to set the mood for the night. Rice manages to sneak one past top shelf and the game is at 1-0 after 1. Second period, CVU starts off strong with some great offensive zone pressure on the man advantage. Rice kills the penalty, goes down the ice and puts some pressure on the freshman netminder and they manage to sneak one past. CVU a minute later, Anderson with a backhand thrown towards the cage, but a good save made, but the rebound sits open in the slot and CVU's junior Trevin Keefe gets one to trickle past the goalie and this is now a 1-goal game to finish the second period. CVU starts the third with a 5-minute major power play. A pass to the top of the dot and the shot goes wide, but a great rebound sits there but the shot is off the iron, and CVU will remain down by 1. CVU still on the man advantage on top of the goalie's doorstep, trying to tuck one in, but it still manages to stay out of the back of the net and CVU will remain down by 1. CVU stuck in the defensive zone, and with a weird pass tipped right up in front of the slot, but Tommy is there to make the stop and keeping CVU in this game, only down by 1 still. With 5 to go in the third, Rice is back on the fence. Freshman Yando takes a collision and the helmet comes flying off. Rice will prove to be too much as they capitalize with 3 to go in the third, and now they take the 2-goal lead. Rice will finish with a score of 3-1 over CVU, and CVU will fall to a 3-4-1 record to start the season. The boys will play Missisquoi Valley at home on the 7th at 1 p.m. for the next game. Girls varsity ice hockey will continue the great season with a 5-0 win at Rutland. Now they will take on Missisquoi Valley at home on the 7th at 12:35 p.m. Boys and girls Nordic skiing will make a trip up to Cochrane's and face off against Mount Mansfield to compete in Stage 3 in Torthey Chittenden. And they will compete in uphill climb and skate at 3:30 on Monday the 9th. Girls gymnastics has their 4th meet of the season at Harwood on the 10th at 7 p.m. That was this semester's final edition of CVU Sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Matthew.
We also asked our last student question for the first semester, which was, what was your favorite class and why? Let's see what CVU had to say.
My favorite class this semester was either chorus or chemistry because I like singing and chemistry was kind of fun.
I think my favorite class this semester would have to be chamber choir because I love to sing and it's always a good time and it's great company.
I would probably say lit film with Miss T. Wiggs because we just made the best movie ever created.
I would say lit film with Miss T. Grizzly because we got to make our own movies and it was just really fun.
My favorite class this semester is probably business with Tammy Jo Dickinson because I really like international business because like we have like pen pals in Turkey and it's really cool to talk to people from Turkey. And yeah, that's what I have to say.
I'd say my favorite class is also business with Tammy. It's just a pretty fun class with some fun people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think my favorite class this semester was metalworking because it's definitely just a lot of fun to mess around with metal, and also Tobrock's just the best teacher. He's really fun and yeah, he's great.
I'd probably go with drawing 1 because I'm a lot into the arts and I did painting and drawing and that was my favorite out of those 2.
Writing composition because I really like my teacher and I enjoy writing a lot.
My favorite class was Nexus, and it's because it gets to open up on your interest and what you like to do, and it's just a class that focuses on your interest.
My favorite class this semester has been U.S. and the World with Chris Smith. I just really like his teaching style, and like classes are always fun and informative.
Thank you everyone for responding. My favorite class is easily studio production. What about you, Nick?
Well, I kind of liked my free block. It was pretty cool.
Well, that's very interesting. And now we have a segment by our very own Shayna about her cat Twix. Let's take a look.
On today's segment, I'll be talking about how Vermont's cold temperatures affect animals all around the state. Currently at 8 p.m. it's 35 degrees outside, which is really cold. One animal really affected by these temperatures is my cat Twix. Every single night she stands in front of the door wanting to go outside, so we let her out and then she ends up coming right back in because she's cold. Because cats aren't getting as much time outside, this means you have to play with them more to keep them entertained. Cats should be played with 20 to 50 minutes every single day in 15 to 20 minute segments. This is what it looked like outside the other day. Cold, wet, and rainy. My cat isn't the only one affected by these temperatures. So many cats and dogs on the side of the road have to stay in these temperatures all winter, which is really sad. So take this as your sign. Go play with your pets, guys, because they really need you this time of year.
Thanks, Shayna. And my final fun fact is that we discovered 7 out of the 8 planets in our solar system before we first discovered Antarctica. My name is Nick.
And my name is Henry.
And for the final time, we've been your hosts for this week's show. Hope you'll enjoy the next semester.
That's priceless.